China launched a review into US chip manufacturer Micron Technology on national security grounds as Beijing retaliates against Washington's increasing curbs on Chinese access to semiconductor technology. In a statement released late on Friday, the Cyberspace Administration of China said it will review imports of Micron's products in order to maintain national security, ensure the security of its information infrastructure, and prevent risk caused by product problems. Micron Technology, which is listed on the Nasdaq, is America's largest maker of memory chips. Its shares fell 4% in the US following the announcement. The semiconductor industry is at the heart of economic decoupling between the world's two superpowers. In October last year, Washington introduced expensive chip export controls in an effort to slow China's progress in artificial intelligence and supercomputers. Since then, the Netherlands and Japan joined the US in imposing more restrictions. The Cyberspace Administration of China's announcement late on Friday marks a retaliatory move from Beijing and adds to the challenges facing businesses caught between the two countries. The Biden administration has intensified economic pressure on China, with a special committee in Washington adding to bipartisan scrutiny on US businesses operating in the mainland. In response, companies in China are exploring how to diversify their supply chain. In September last year, Micron announced it will receive around $320 million in subsidies from the Japanese government to expand cooperation with the US. Despite China adopting a more conciliatory tone to business as it reopens from years of isolation during the pandemic, there are signs there could be more retaliation in response to Washington's restrictions. Last week, top US business leaders, including Apple chief Tim Cook, largely kept a low profile at the China Development Forum, an annual opportunity for them to meet top officials in Beijing. The Netherlands and Japan in January reached a deal with the US regarding semiconductors exports, with the latter unveiling restriction on 23 types of equipment on Friday. The deal is designed to cut off China's access to advanced chips that could be used in sophisticated weaponry and machines. Tan Jian, the Chinese ambassador to the Netherlands, last month warned of consequences if the country went ahead with export curve. In its quarterly report published in March, Micron said that the Chinese government may restrict them from participating in the Chinese market or may prevent them from competing effectively with Chinese companies. It also warned over the risk of losing access to rare earth materials that are mainly produced in China. The company said that constrained supply of rare earth elements, minerals, and metals may restrict their ability to manufacture certain of their products and make it difficult or impossible to compete with other semiconductor memory manufacturers who are able to obtain sufficient quantities of these materials from China. In a statement provided to Bloomberg following the announcement of their investigation, Micron said it was communicating with the Chinese regulator and cooperating fully.